This is video number 2 in the session where I'm trying to basically make a silk purse out of a cow's ear with some vocal tracks I recorded for a newer song that I'm putting back together. In the last video we basically worked with getting a rough compression and EQ for the vocal tracks just to try and get somewhere of an idea of what we're playing with and what to do with them. We also ended up finding out that I was an idiot and forgot to do a check on how I had all the buses set and left a couple open from the tom tracks, and they ended up finding their way into the mix while recording the vocal tracks. I also just found out that I forgot to do some vocal lines within the chorus, but it's okay because I can use the editing features on the digital recorder here to basically copy some spots where I did those pieces and paste them in where necessary on the earlier portions of the song. But I think the one thing I want to address right now is the pitch quality of the vocal performance, and see if it's possible to actually filter out the toms from the mistake I made when recording vocals last time. Now, the AW4416, even though it's an old machine, it's about 13 years old, it does have some pitch correction software in it, but it's all manually operated. You have to go in and you have to use the waveform page and set the input, well, in and out tabs like A and B points or just any marker points of where you want the pitch correction to start and stop. Then you have to go into the edit menu, choose a track, choose the that you're going to be selecting a part instead of a region or a whole track. Select that particular part, and then you got to figure out how it has to be retuned. And if you're like me, the only way I can figure out to do that, of course, is to run that piece of the track through an effects processor using a pitch shift and find out just how much I have to change the tone, whether it's plus or minus, and any semitones or cents that have to be added in there. Fortunately, though, in this day and age, we have access to auto-tune programs made popular by my understanding Antares. I happen to have a standalone unit that uses a licensed version of the Antares auto-tune system, and with a little bit of tweaking I'm going to try and use that as basically an editor to fix any of the pitch problems that are in this track. But in order to do that, I first have to try and get rid of any other tones, any other sounds in the track that I don't want, because the auto-tune system cannot work with multiple notes at one time. It can only take on a single voice, whether it be an instrument or an actual vocal. And being that I have tom tracks, unfortunately, mixed in with some parts of the vocals, that could cause a problem. Now, in a real studio that you're paying big bucks for, or any regular studio where they have their stuff set up all the time, you can pretty much just count on the fact that you will just go in there and re-record those small little parts over again and not have to worry about it. But I don't really want to go through the hassle of taking all my gear back out into the area I record at once in a while, getting everything set up, which will take a lot longer to just fix those couple little parts than it probably would just to do what I'm about to do tonight. And tonight's basically just kind of an experiment. I want to just see if it's possible if I can use the editing software that's in the digital recorder, as well as some of my effects processors, to fix the problem itself. So that's the first thing that has to be addressed, fixing that problem before I can try and run it through any pitch correction software. If the problem itself is not as bad as what I may be thinking it is in my head, I could set up the pitch correction software to be able to ignore those other tones It just depends on how strongly it comes through. So first things first, I'm actually going to try and fix the issue at hand. And the way I'm going to be doing that is, of course, in the last video, well, I should say the first video, because it is the last, I found that if I cut the frequency with a high-pass filter at 420 Hertz, it pretty much eliminated all the tom noise, or sounds, that were in the vocal tracks. The problem is it made the vocals sound really shallow. So ideally I need to try and add the lower frequencies back in without adding the toms back in. I'm going to try and use one of my processors that I have. It's an exciter. And the way an exciter works is basically it's an EQ system, but doesn't work like a traditional EQ that cuts or boosts the signal that's already there. Instead, it takes the signal, processes it, figures out the correct harmonics to add that would add the frequencies you want, and then mixes them back into the original signal with nothing more than just some volume controls and some controls that can produce more or less harmonic output. So hopefully, I'm hoping that'll work, but it might not. This is going to be a complete experiment for me tonight. We're going to try it out. Let's see if I can quickly get to those vocal pieces that I want to fix. Looks like I'm going to have to select some pieces here. That's solo these out.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna do? Try to fight, 'cause...
Alright, so mostly we can hear that it's just coming out of the right channel, so let's see if that's really all it's coming out of. Turn that off. This is left channel only.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna
The
do?
left channel seems to be fine. No sound of the toms coming through at all. The right channel is the channel that has the tom tracks in it. So what I will do is only process the right channel, and I'll try and use the left channel as a reference. Right now I'm trying to set up the AB points, and I'm using the waveform page, or wave display page I should say, to try and get my locate point set up for the beginning of it. So let's see if this is correct.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna do? Just climb on board.
Alright, so what I have here is my Aphex exciter. We're going to turn it on. And I got everything set down to 0. We're only going to turn on one side here, the right channels. And if I got everything set up here correctly in the wiring, I have auxiliary 1 going into the left channel and auxiliary 2 going into the right channel. Let's hope I got it set up right. Let's give it a shot.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind.
And I just turned the solos off on channel inputs 9 and 10, and everything seems to be working like it's supposed to. So, okay, next step. Go back to the input sections. We are going to turn off the compressions and EQ. We don't want any of that coming through. We want these things to be flat. Let's go ahead and return back and see what it's going to sound like.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna do? Just climb on board. Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll bind you. So what you gonna do?
Well, the affix seems to add a bit of boost whether we want it or not. It's quite a bit hotter than just the standard outputs, but we can fix that. I'm going to go to peak hold to find out what my peak levels are for the actual recorded vocals. And then we will try to set up our input signal to emulate that by turning down our either the outputs of the auxiliary channels or turning down the bus output.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Now the way things are looking, it's pretty close. However, I think I'm just going to turn down the monitors, auxiliary outs, just a hair. Turn down to negative 6.1 as opposed to negative 5.5. Let's see if that changed anything.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Just
Yeah, I think that's actually quite a bit closer to our actual output of the vocals. So, next step, we are going to come back through just on channel 10. 10. We're going to set up the EQ and make it all flat. Turn it back on. And then we're going to turn the high pass filter back on. Now let's hear what we're going to be working with.
don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Again, just the right channel that has the toms on it we want to get rid of.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Compared to the actual vocal track on the left channel.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Okay, so this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the affix here to try and put the bass back into the vocal channel on the right side without bringing up the toms again. And I'm going to use the left channel running through the affix exciter unprocessed and hopefully try and balance out the level of low frequencies. So let's see if that's going to happen at all. First we have to set up the affix for the gain output.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Well, we can see that doesn't really work out the way we want it to, does it? Let's go ahead and turn off the left channel and we're going to hear just what the right channel has added with the low frequency output generator on the affix all the way maxed out.
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Well, it looks like that's not really going to work because the tom track is still going to be there. Because it's just not the way things want to be, right?
Don't try to fight, 'cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Yeah. Alright, well, we tried, and that experiment's not really going to work out for us, is it? So, that being the case, we're going to scrap that. As it is, this is what the sound is going to be like anyway. So let's go ahead and turn all this back on. That's on. That's on. turn the dynamics back on. Turn the EQ back on. Alright, so this is what we're going to be working with.
Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Well, that might be something that's still going to be usable. It may not be. At the moment, we're just going to see what we have to work with. So, right now we found out that we cannot add back any of the low frequencies after cutting them out. Trying to get rid of the toms would be exciter, because it does bring the toms back up again. So, we're going to find out whether or not the auto-tune will be able to correct the pitch of any problems with having those drum tracks in the background, if they are there. So let's go ahead and find out if those tracks are actually in there. We'll listen to the whole thing. Not the whole thing, not the music, just the vocals. See what really happens here. See if we hear anything. Oops. I forgot to turn the repeat function off. Let's go ahead and go all the way back. Just to the start of the first vocal. And all we want to hear are those vocals. That wasn't them.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill her, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun, we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Don't try to hide, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Take the last train to India.
Well, obviously the toms are coming through the right channel of the backing vocals, and they're also coming through the main vocal. I wonder how bad it's going to hurt it all. Let's see if there's any more of those problems, right?
Eradication by irradiation is now a method of emancipation. There's biochemical warfare in this age. We'll either glow or we'll die from the plague. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya with poison toxins raining down from the sky. So be a man and accept your fate. To live and die is the human way. Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Take the last train to India. Just climb on board.
So yeah, it looks like it's that way all the way through, which should be pretty obvious since I didn't ever check. Alright, so now comes the tedious task of seeing if we can fix the vocals. Even though we can't fix the toms without actually going back in and re-recording the vocal tracks. So, take a little bit of time, and we're going to hook up all the stuff into the vocal processor and use the Antares auto-tune system to see how that works out. These we're getting turned off.
Here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill her, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We start at billions and then just for fun, we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate, to live and die in the USA. Take the last train to India.
Well, okay, let's go ahead and turn on the auto-tune now and just see what it's going to do. This track was recorded in this scale at D, but it's just drop tuned or drop D on the guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off using D scale. I don't think we'd call it major though, I think it's a minor. And at this point I'm going to leave everything alone. We're just going to take a listen, see how it works.
Well, here we are with a human race, weakness and famine on our walls and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We start at billions and then just for fun, we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate, to live and die in the USA. Take the last train to India.
Alright, well, the worst part actually was pretty bad with this thing. It really made this thing jump around. You could hear it in the vocal point. Let's find that again.
To die, yes, this is your fate, to live and die in the USA. We'll get the rest with a neutron bomb.
That was the
fun. We'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run. A neutron bomb. A neutron bomb. A neutron bomb.
So what we're going
a neutron bomb.
What we're going to do is see if it's possible to actually smooth that out. It's horrid. So let's see what it sounds like if we just go back to a chromatic scale.
A neutron bomb!
Ew, that was even worse, wasn't it? Let's go back to D minor. We're going to go to the setup page. And we're going to turn the auto-tune sensitivity. No. Let's go to speed. Let's correct this. Let's see if speed correction. We're going to just start at 0. We're just going to see what happens here.
A neutron bomb! 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 A neutron bomb!
Seems like the speed setting should be on 4, 5, or 6. Let's try it from there.
A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb!
Okay. There's a little trick we can try to use to help smooth that out even more. We go back in the scale. We gotta find out which tone is being used that's actually still screwing things up. not sure which note the vocal is in because I've never bothered to learn any of that kind of stuff. So we're just going to have to experiment with this. We have notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and A sharp to play with in the D minor scale here. Since it's really close to each other, I'm going to see if it might be the E and F. We're going to turn the F off so it can't go there.
A neutron bomb!
Still heard it.
A neutron bomb!
Well, that didn't seem to work. Let's try a different key.
A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb!
Well, it wasn't E, it wasn't F. What key can I be in? Let's try the A's. We're actually going to get rid of that one. See what happens.
A neutron bomb!
Oh, wow. Okay, let's try C.
A neutron bomb!
You know, now I'm thinking about it, that has to be a D. Because listening to it in my head, I seem to feel that I had the idea of that piece of the vocal being the same tone or same key as the guitars, which is D. So, duh, let's kill D and see what happens.
A neutron bomb!
It's D. So, what should I do? Leave D unprocessed?
A neutron bomb!
No, that was even worse.
A neutron bomb!
That's better. Unprocess the E.
A neutron bomb!
Kill E?
A neutron bomb!
Ooh. That might have been the best yet. Let's hear it.
A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb! A neutron bomb!
I think that's working. We got rid of the E, or the key of E, out of the scale, and it helped process that one part without having much waver. Let's go ahead and go back to the speed setting and see what if we can smooth it out anymore.
A neutron bomb! 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 A neutron bomb!
Alright. Time to go back to the beginning of the vocal track. See what happens.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill that we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Take the last train to India.
I'm gonna slow the speed down a little bit more. And we're gonna listen to that piece again and see if it makes any relative difference that's noticeable anyway, to smooth out the vocal.
this life and our war is God. We fight and kill that we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
Okay, I moved it up to 15 there, from 0s being the fastest, 25 being the slowest, in processing the auto-tunes programming for this particular track, and 15 was too slow. I backed it down to 12. Let's see if that made any significant difference.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill that we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
12 still seems a bit bad on the line neutron bomb, which is where I wavered the most. Let's see if I can fix that with just speeding up processing a hair for it.
This is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Take the last train to India.
Now listening to it, I think when it hits the key of D on the vocals, and maybe it's just me, but at this time it sounds like it might be a little bit off with the pitch of the music. I mean, we're going to listen to it one more time, and if I still think that, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to start changing the overall pitch that this thing corrects to for this particular scale. Let's see what happens with that.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill that we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
Honestly, I can't tell. I'm gonna have to just play with it and see what happens. Because I want to try and get this thing just right. So we're going to have to go back under the setup menu, page to... Actually, before we do that, we're going to page to audio type. I'm not really a soprano. Not low either. And then we're going to start playing with the detuned synths.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our God. We fight and killed it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
That USA part, that's probably the best piece that I can use to try and really focus in on where the tuning needs to be set for the auto-tune. Right now I had it pushed up to +6, but I'm not sure if that's really going to be right, so let's take a look. Let's just play with it.
USA! 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 USA!
I don't know, in my ears it sounds like having it turned up to +13 cents actually takes care of the track's pitch overall with the music. I think it puts that spot right there in perfect pitch, but I could be wrong. You guys might think differently when you hear it, and you can always give me your feedback saying if it needs to be turned up or down a little bit. Let's go ahead and go back to the beginning of this particular vocal piece and find out if it really is going to work this way or if we're going to have to do some more tweaking.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die.
I think the tuning works, but it screwed up the speed for that particular vocal section, neutron bomb. We're going to have to play with how fast the processing speed of the auto-tune works again to see if we can smooth it out once again and get a good happy little medium between everything there.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. Neutron bomb! 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 Neutron bomb!
At the moment, that might be the best we can do with that, or the best I can do with that.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
I can still detect a bit of the... Well, I'm not really sure what to say. I can still detect a bit of the change in notes as it comes down. It's not smooth. Let's go ahead and back to the neutron bomb parts. See if it's set a little slower.
Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb!
What if I just leave it at 4?
Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Let's try to run. Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb! Neutron bomb!
At this moment, I'm thinking a correction speed of 10 is probably the best I'm going to get out of that. Let's go ahead and listen to it one more time before moving on with the next few steps.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill it, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with our neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
Alright, so for the meantime, I think that's the best we're going to get, because let's go ahead and turn the correction factor off, and we're going to listen to it again unprocessed, just to see how things have changed.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill her, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA.
Alright, turn the correction back on.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill her, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Take the last train to India.
Well, I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. So at this point, we're actually going to use the processor to re-record these tracks onto another virtual track. And to get everything set up, we're going to make sure that we start it off in the same regions. We're going to save this, and then we're going to go through the 3 different points, the main verses, well, the only 3 verses, and check them out and see how good it goes, and hopefully everything will be great. Turn all the mutes off from the tracks, and here we go.
Well, here we are with the human race. We feast and famine on our wars and hate. Our death is life and our war is God. We fight and kill her, we're the only ones. There's no way out of you can plainly see. This is our fate, this is our destiny. We slaughter billions and then just for fun we'll get the rest with a neutron bomb. Let's try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. We're gonna spread you between heaven and hell. You're doomed to die, yes, this is your fate. To live and die in the USA. Don't try to hide, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Well, the first part didn't sound bad, so let's go ahead and move on here. Second verse.
Eradication by irradiation is now a method of investigation. There's biochemical warfare in this age. We'll either grow or we'll die from the plague. Don't try to run, cause soon we'll get ya. With poison toxins raining down from the sky. So be a man and accept your fate. To live and die is the human way. Don't try to fight, cause we'll find you. So what you gonna do?
Not bad, not bad. And last verse. Right here.
So here we are with a human plague. We ravage life, we're a mass disgrace. story completely see. We're just a natural social hierarchy. We gave you life, now we'll take it from you. So what you gonna do?
Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Now there's going to be a few more editing features I need to do, such as I need to transfer over the line Last Train to India into this new track. Do it by part. That will give us a little greater control. Copy. Track 9.1. There, track 9.2. Start at 27:03. Copy one time. Interval time 3 seconds, 0.35. Overwrite, execute. Now, I'm going to check it out just to make certain that this worked like it was supposed to. First time out. Huh. Number locate, we're going to go 27:03. Enter. And there we go. Now let's see if this fits in.
Hey, so try to hide, guess we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Take the last train to India.
And that worked. Great. So now we're going to do the same thing to all the rest of the regions in that area. From track 1 to start at the next line. End here. Track 9.2 to start in the same spot, 41:03. And once again, we are going to do that to the last section to start. Here. End. There. Track 2, what's it going to start at? It's going to start at 83:05. There we are. And make sure that's at the minimum set. I'm going to OK this. Alright. So we're going to check them all out again. And then we'll save it.
USA! So try to hide, guess we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Take the last train to India.
Okay, so that was the first one. Now for the second part, or the second chorus piece. Not really a chorus.
Midway! So try to find, guess we'll find you. So what you gonna do? Take the last train to India.
the final piece.
We can plainly see we're just a natural social hierarchy. We give you life, now we'll take it from you. So what you gonna do? Straight to India. Just drive on more.
Well, it actually worked out doing that. Oops. Anyway, after this point, I think the step's gonna be is just save it as it is and move on to the next project. Well, not next project, but the next point of this mixing section or session. I'm sorry, it's 3:44 a.m. in the morning and I'm starting to get tired. And I think this is it for now, so till next time, take it easy.